As the view opens, showing the words previously. As more words appear, there is no previously. As the view now shows DJ and everyone else. Well, great. What do we do now? They're attacking the Arctic facility. I thought my men got my warning about it. Savage says, I guess my men aren't the only ones who are competent. Oh, shut up. Boss, what do we do? Agori says. Savage says, I don't know, okay? We need to do something. As Bogdan raises up his hand. Ugh, I might have an idea. We could. That's too risky. Tell us, man, we need anything we can get. Ugh, we could try and take out all the villains. Savage just take out all the villains? Nah, we could try and take out all of them. DJ, you can go take out Clone DJ. Savage, you can go take out Toy DJ. Bob, you go take out the Nothing. Kayla Predator, you go take out Rachel. You know, a demon child? As Kayla says, I killed her parents. Now it's time for me to kill off the rest of their bloodline. As Kayla and Predator fly off. Okay, that's not creepy. Who else? Me, Reggie, and William are going to try and take out as many of your killer soldiers as possible. There'll be a lot of them, though. Who else am I missing? Jaxie. Jaxaver, whatever her name was, and Catnip. You two will take out Kayvon. Wait, but what about KT? I'm there. She's your friend. As Canap says, I think she was at the bunker, but I don't know if she's even gonna be here. I hope she is. As Jax climbs on the canop and they ride off. Gory, you and Savage use Catnap to get to the base. DJ, you have your way. Everyone else, we all need to fight for the Gameverse. If those villains get hold of the base power supply, we're all dead. We're all gonna get sent to the gulag. As everyone nods in agreement. Okay, as DJ says, Bogdan, I don't say this often, but thank you. This plan was appreciated. No problem, boss. I am one of your greatest commanders for a reason, am I not? Don't worry, I'll give you an extra 5 cents for your weekly paycheck. Thank you. I know, I'm so generous. As DJ flies off. Yet. As Bogdan warps away. As the view now transitions, as the view shows the Arctic facility. As the view shows super soldiers running and panicking, as explosions detonate all around. As a group of 5 super soldiers tries running, as a killer soldier though blocks their way. As a killer soldier says, as a super soldier though, who is it? As an 8-bit super soldier walks over. As a killer soldier says, what do you want? As the super soldier says, I challenge you to a battle. As the killer soldier looks surprised. As the killer soldier says, a battle? A battle? As he begins laughing, but the super soldier looks serious. I can tell you're serious. Okay then. Let's see what you got. As the super soldier says, and if you win, you get to kill us all, and probably me in the process. But if I win, you don't kill us. As the killer soldier says, okay, I've never had a fight like this before. As the super soldier says, well, your chance to finally get one, eh? As the killer soldier smirks, knowing that he's easily gonna wipe the floor with this super soldier. As they stare at each other, as the viewing goes dark and they enter the Undertale fight screen, as the words "Killer Soldier" is blocking your way. As the super soldier takes a deep breath and selects fight. As the killer soldier laughs, as the super soldier strikes him, as the killer soldier says, "My turn." As he then begins firing his machine gun hand, as the super soldier maneuvers his heart to dodge all the bullets. As the view shows in reality the super soldier flying around as he dodges his shots. As the killer soldier gets annoyed, as he says, "How is this possible?" As the super soldier says, "That's what you call determination, bitch." As he flies down, striking him. As the killer soldier, annoyed, charges up his attack. As the super soldier now gets his turn to strike. As the super soldier strikes him once with a baseball bat. As the words, "Killer soldier" is unfazed. As the killer soldier fires off missiles, but when the super soldier's heart bumps it, they explode into smaller projectiles, which he dodges, but he loses 10 out of 90 HP from that single attack. As the super soldier manages to dodge more of the killer soldier's attacks, frustrating him. As the killer soldier says he should be dead by now. As the super soldier says, "Don't underestimate my determination." As the killer soldier gets annoyed, but smirks and uses a new type of attack, which takes out all but 1 HP from the super soldier. The super soldier stunned tries to coordinate a retaliatory, but fails to, as the killer soldier slices the super soldier's head off, letting it fall to the ground. As the other 4 super soldiers look shocked as they back away. As the killer soldier spits on the super soldier's body and says, "Determination, my ass." As he turns to the others. "Now, time for you to die." As a voice though says something, as a voice says, that sounds like a great idea." As the killer soldier turned to see the super soldier had simply respawned, as he was from the GTA verse. As the killer soldier says, "What? That's cheating." As the super soldier says, "Yeah? Well, you already cheated, bud." As the killer soldier, annoyed, creates a ball of energy but throws it. As the super soldier dodges it and says, "Now, my turn to attack." As the super soldier throws a baseball and the other super soldier hits it. As the killer soldier tries to use his wings to block the attack, but instead, the ball becomes spiked all of a sudden and damages him as the super soldier punches him into the air and repeatedly strikes him. As the killer soldier, confused about how is this possible, tries to fight back. As the super soldier literally begins breaking the game, or begins breaking the fight, by skipping the killer soldier's turn and repeatedly damaging him. As he strikes his visor with his baseball bat hard enough to cause it to shatter, as the killer soldier tries regenerating, but it does nothing. As the super soldier charges up one last attack and strikes him, sending him into the ground. As the killer soldier says, "No, this can't be." As the super soldier says, "Okay," before walking away. As the killer soldier looks confused, even showing a question mark emoji on his visor. As he laughs, though, preparing to kill the super soldier while he has his back turned. But then a piano crushes him, playing the tune, dun 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 dun. Dun dun. As the super soldier says, so that's where I put my piano. Thank you for finding it for me. As the killer soldier says nothing. As the words, you have, killer soldier has been eliminated. As the super soldier gains 10 experience and 75 gold, causing him to smirk. As he spits on the killer soldier's body, like the killer soldier did to him, and begins walking away. As the other super soldiers applaud him, as the words meanwhile appear, as the view shows a massive battle on the eastern side of the base. As Savage, Agori, and Scanap arrive, as Savage says, okay, things are kinda looking a little crazy here. As vehicles drive around, as explosions detonate. As Savage says, Gory, mind if I borrow Scatnap? And Scatnap says, oh, what, am I some sort of item now? Savage says, I promise I'll bring him back in one piece. I say you go find Toy DJ. Niet. Da, you can do it. But if he's killed, I will kill you. Savage says, okay, yeah. As Savage climbs on the scan app and they ride off. Now, where was I? As Agori suddenly sees a crate fall from the sky, as he sees the letters NGWW, Next Generation Weapons of Warfare, LLC. What the hell is this company? As he pulls out a weapon, as he sees CAD, Control Alt Delete Rifle. Now this I can learn to use. As he charges it up and begins running through a massive battle. As he slides under massive vehicles that drive by, as Agori then watches as two fighter jets fly above him, one shooting the other. As they fly by, and he continues running, ducking into a trench. As he sees Nitrix, who calls in air support. As a Calamity striker flies over. As it reveals Pilot Anton, one of the many Antons and allies of the Calamity Alliance. As Anton gives a thumbs up before remembering he actually has to drop the bombs. As he drops the munitions, letting them fall. As Anton manages to steer his vehicle clear of any debris. As the view now shows Agori as he jumps out of cover, while the enemies are disorientated and he blasts them all to Kingdom Come. Nicht. Remind me of old Soviet Union during Cold War. Don't I miss those days. As he runs, but a tow truck drives and hits a killer soldier in front of him before it crashes, hitting another person before showing as the person driving opens the door, hitting a super soldier in the head and shooting a killer soldier which jumps onto his roof, as it reveals Tow Truck Anton, one of the other many Antons that we mentioned. As Tow Truck Anton salutes Agori before firing his CAD rifle, deleting the body of another killer soldier. As the view now shows Agori continuing to run. As he continues, but sees a Calamity assault chopper which flies up into the air as it prepares to fire on Agori, but Agori shoots the rotor with his CAD rifle, causing the helicopter to fall to the ground. Agori to jump in, shoot the pilot in the head with his Kalashnikov pistol, and then throw the pistol like a boomerang, causing it to explode, killing another super soldier that was working for Toy DJ. As Agori continues to run, but sees another soldier using a heading rifle, another new type of experimental super weapon, or gun, whatever you want to call it. As a Gory then watches the super soldier get killed though. No! As a Gory panics as the killer soldier who killed the soldier goes after him. As he grabs Gory, crushing his rifle. As Gory turns to see a Calamity walker pilot get ripped out of his walker, and then the pilot presses a button, blowing up the walker and taking the killer soldier with him. As Gory turns back to the killer soldier, the killer soldier prepares to kill Gory. But then the killer soldier gets shot by a new type of weapon, causing him to begin glitching. What the hell? As Gory sees Avon, as Avon says, "Hey, take this," throwing him the weapon he just used. What is this thing? As Avon says, "I call it the lag switch." What the hell is a lag switch? As Avon shouts, "Try it out." As Gory fires it, and it causes the killer soldier to begin lagging before lagging out the whole world. I could use this. As Avon laughs and says, "Haha, never going to happen." As Gory says, "Yeah, fuck you too." As Gory charges, but sees another portal opening with more people helping them out. Now come on, let's kill these motherfuckers. As Gory charges, as the view shows the portal opening with Freddy Fazbear and a bunch of other people. As Freddy says bippity boppity bippity bee, sending out a massive boom of energy as he runs into battle, followed by more people. As the view goes dark, as the view now pans over to the main base, where explosions detonate and shake the whole complex. As the view shows Clone DJ manipulating his tentacles into doing stuff. Oh yes, how fun is this? Watching them suffer as they try to fight off my minions, my children. As he hears something, "Why, hello, little DJ." As DJ says, "Well, hello, Clown DJ." Yes, now you know how stupid you sound. Wow, that hurt my feelings. Fuck your feelings, I couldn't care. Then who is really the monster here? You or me? Remember, I am the embodiment of you. I was made by you. You built me to be like you. Yeah, but last I checked, I didn't program an asshole take over the world mode. You're not wrong about that. Now, as DJ pulls out his sword, followed by Clone DJ, "Let's dance, fucker." As Clone DJ charges at him, as DJ blocks it, sending him back, gets snuck upon, as he realizes it was just a distraction, but punches the real Clone DJ in the face. As Clone DJ shakes his head and annoyed, continues trying to kill DJ. As DJ throws a dagger, slicing off one of Clone DJ's 3 heads. Ouch, no, that really hurt. Not just my feelings. Hee hee hee. Call back. As Clone DJ runs at him, as DJ kicks him back. As Clone DJ then stabs DJ in the arm though. Now act here. As DJ manages to pick up Clone DJ and throw him. As Clone DJ tries to stand up, but DJ gets on top of him and aims the sword right at the Savage head. His second to last head. As the head glitches to look more like his Savage before it pushes its neck against the sword. As DJ's eyes go wide, before he closes his eyes, slices the head off, and then slaps himself repeatedly, vowing to get Savage a beer after this. As Clone DJ kicks DJ off of him, as he charges up and throws 2 balls of energy, which DJ kicks one back at him, causing him to get critically damaged. Ouch. Now that hurt my system error. Damage. Please ouch. As he begins to glitch, as DJ goes in for the kill, but Clone DJ blocks it. Get pranked, idiot. As he punches DJ, sending him back. As he gets on top of him and says, he, your turn, buddy. As he rips his sword out of his hand, taking DJ's glove with it. He, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. As he begins tearing into DJ's suit, trying to rip his insides out. As DJ tries to get out, but the view shows his POV, where his peripheral vision gets all red. As Clone DJ fails, and instead stabs him in the stomach, before ripping his helmet off, causing him vision that could become more red, before going back to normal. I enjoyed this fight. Oh, right, that is some sarcasm. As he lifts DJ up. Now time to die, finally. As DJ tries to get out but can't due to his injuries. As two ninja stars, though, come out of nowhere and slice both Clone DJ's arms off. As Clone DJ, annoyed, looks around. As reveals Canap and Dog Day Jr. were the ones to do it. Annoyed expression. As Clone DJ teleports, kicking Dog Day Jr. Before he then grabs Catnap Jr. by the head and lifts him up while opening his mouth. As he begins to laugh, as a person literally consume Catnap Jr. As he begins to laugh, but then someone grabs him by the tail like the vice on him and lifts him up. What the heck? As he throws Catnap Jr., causing him to land next to Dog Day Jr. As they look up, see DJ tearing Clone DJ's tail like the vice off. Ouch, now that really hurt. As he turns, how did you even survive? Let's just say I had a little help from a certain somebody. As he reveals a totem of undying. Why, you little... As he charges him, but DJ blocks his arm. I've always wanted to say this. Chicken jockey. What the heck is a chicken? As DJ punches Clone DJ into the air for kicking him and down. As the words absolute calamity DJ appear as he goes into his alternate form. Now you know. Don't mess with my family. As Clone DJ tries to escape, but DJ simply tosses him. As DJ causes mountains to explode and uses the rock to turn them into spikes, which he sends at Clone DJ. As Clone DJ dodges most of them, but gets hit with a couple, pinning him to a wall next to a bunch of explosives. As DJ now holds his kids while also smoking a cigar, as he says, "Later, bitch. Nice knowing ya." As he drops the cigar, setting the oil on fire and causing Clone DJ's head to get blown right off. As DJ shrugs and walks away. As the view now transitions away from that as DJ teleports away. As the view now shows K1 as she holds a piece of paper reading I owe you one fighter jet. As the view pans up to show Toy DJ watching over. As he says, heh, idiots. As he then sees Clone DJ being confronted by CM DJ, and he shrugs. Nice knowing him. Loser. As he climbs on the nightmare canopy, he says, come on, let's go. Let's go look for that Savage. As the view reveals Savage was watching him. As Savage, who sits on Scanap, says, here we go again. As he doesn't notice Toy DJ running up behind him as he says, get snuck upon, what? As he slashes his sword, revealing Savage was actually a hologram. As says, what? As Savage says, no, you! As he runs up behind him. Wait, no! As Savage tackles Toy DJ off of Nightmare Canap, and they both get sent flying. As Canap and Nightmare Canap look at one another before attacking each other. As the view now shows Savage fighting Toy DJ. as Toy DJ strikes him repeatedly, but Savage dodges all of his attacks, except for one, as Savage then kicks Toy DJ in the stomach. As he then gets a text from Jax asking if they should kill K1, as he sends a thumbs up emoji, snaps a quick selfie of Toy DJ, who tries to hit him, and then sends a selfie with the thumbs up emoji. As the view now shows, Toy DJ says, "Prepare to finally die after all you've done." Savage says, "Hey, you started it, bitch. Remember that. You're the one who started this." As Toy DJ annoyed after Savage literally just exposed him. As Toy DJ charges up and charges at him, as Savage hits him back without even trying. You have to try harder next time, man. As Toy DJ annoyed tries to strike at him again, but realizes that Savage can simply overpower him easily. As he snaps his fingers and 5 killer soldiers surround Savage. As Savage shrugs and ducks as they fire their weapons. As Savage then kicks the 2 killer soldiers who weren't ignorant enough to fire their weapons. As Twitch says, "Get him! And kill him too!" As Savage says, "Try me." As more killer soldiers charge at him, and Savage begins killing them in the most gruesome ways possible, Final Destination style. As Twitch says, "Come on, he's weak, he's stupid, and he's black. How can you be losing to him?" As Savage strangles one killer soldier with some string lights before hitting another on the head with his hammer. As another killer soldier tries to kill him, but Savage grabs it and tosses it into another one, causing a massive explosion, knocking Toy DJ back. As Toy DJ looks up to see Savage walking with the explosion behind him. As Toy DJ then looks shocked, as Savage says, "Hey Toy DJ, you know guns are the leading cause of death for kids under 18 in the United States, right?" As Toy DJ says, "What?" As Savage begins firing a electrified revolver. As Toy DJ tries to run, but can't. As Savage shoots him once in the leg, causing him to fall. "Ow, that's cheating, bitch." As Savage says, "Whatever you say, man. This is your karma." No, you can't do this to me. I'm a god. You can't do this to me." As Savage says, "Toy DJ, you were never a god." As he shoots him in the head for repeatedly stomping Toy DJ's body until it's unrecognizable. He says, "That's what you get for all the hell you put me through." As he spits on his body. He says, "I wonder how Scanap's doing." As the view now goes back to K1, who watches CM DJ confront Clone DJ. As she then watches as a tentacle slams a fighter jet in front of her. And she says, "Thank you, boss. Yeah, that's totally what I needed. A jet that's totally capable of VTOL." As the tentacles accidentally rip off the wing. And she says, "Yep, totally. Thank you so much, boss." I fucking hate that DJ. As she then hears something, as the view reveals 2 tryhard members, 2 super soldiers, and 2 iPad men, as they try and open up a damaged door. As one of the tryhards say, "Hey, don't you know how to open this stuff?" As one of the super soldiers says, "Well, sorry, the door's a little broken, idiot." As a tryhard member says, "Well, try harder, man." As another super soldier says, "You guys are literally called tryhards, right? So try hard and help us." As another tryhard says, "Damn, you guys are so annoying." As the view now shows 2 iPad men trying to find funny tick trending shorts to try and make each other laugh. As K1 says, "Okay, sentient people, time to go into the massive lava pit thingy." As she tries to fly but hits the ground hard. And she says, "Okay, I'm fine and calm, my wings aren't working, and go away." As she shoots a missile at them, and one of the iPad men shows a sus emoji. But then someone intercepts the missile and slices it in half, sending the debris at K1, creating an explosion behind her. As it reveals Jack's savior, as he rides Canap, K1 fires 2 shots from her blaster. As Jax blocks both of them with his cutlass, which is the one he used to also block the missile. As K1 then, as Jax then throws a grenade, detonating it in front of her, which causes her to block her face. When she looks back, she only sees Canap, who waves at her, but then Jax appears behind her, trying to strike her, but she blocks his attack. As Jax then lands on his feet and says, "Wait, where's my phone?" As it reveals, Catnap has his phone. As he texts Savage, "Do we kill K1 for you?" And Savage replies with the image of Toy DJ in him and a thumbs up emoji. As the view shows K1 as he strikes Jax hard enough to make him drop his cutlass. Oh, come on, that was authentic. As K1 prepares to kill him, but Catnap strikes her, and she throws him at Jax. As she then aims her machine gun, prepares to kill them, but she doesn't see them and waits for them to come out. Suddenly something flies at her, striking her and knocking her back. As the view reveals Jack snap as their eyes light up. As K1 says, "Ugh, stupid furry." But Jack snap says, "Oh no, furry, I'm adorable." As K1 then jumps at them, stabbing their hand with their tail knife. As Jack snap tries to fight them off, managing to kick them away. As K1 fires bullets at them, thankfully missing. As Jack snap then prepares to try and throw 2 crescent moon shaped ninja stars. As they get ready to throw them, but then someone says, "Hey, bitch!" As this person kicks K1, as it reveals K2 was the one who did it. As K1 says, "Oh, you really are asking for it, aren't you?" As K2 says, "Try me." As they begin fighting, what do we do? As Canap, who's now fused with Jax, says in his head, "I don't know." As K2 says, "We were a team, K. Instead you betray us and work with Toy DJ?" As K1 though says, "You wouldn't understand. I had to. And you knew it." As K2 says, "Yeah, but what about this?" As they strike them hard, knocking out K1. As K1 wakes up to Kayla's railgun's barrel being aimed at her. As it reveals Jack Snap holding the gun. As K1 says, "Is it too late to say sorry?" As Jack Snap pulls the trigger. As it creates a massive explosion. As Jack Snap looks at what's left of K1 and spits on her body. Or what's left of it, at least. As Jack Snap then looks around and realizes, where the heck did K2 go? As he prepares to get out of there, but then someone shoots him in the leg. Oh, what the bloody hell? Finally got you, guy. I've been hunting. What the hell are you? I thought I was looking for that. I'm looking for that cat. Who are you? No, I'm just Jack Snap. Name's Headhunter Carter. I've been looking for you forever. Caught up. Why are you looking for him? Look, hence the name, bitch. Headhunter Carter. I'm hunting my bounty. That's all. As Headhunter Carter steps onto the railgun, crushing it. Now, time for me to kill you and put your head where it belongs. As he hears something, what the hell? As the view reveals the railgun's core overloading. Oh no, again, as the railgun overloads and explodes, specifically the core. As the view then transitions away from that, as the view shows Kayla and Rochelle as they face off. As Kayla says, "Let's do this, bitch." I'm about to end you and your pitiful bloodline. As Rochelle says, whatever you say. In German. As Kayla runs and charges up a railgun, but Rochelle sends a buzzsaw her way. The Predator pushes her out the way. As Kayla says, stop saving me! The Predator grabs her by the hand and spins her around. As Kayla grabs a random flying knife. As they begin dancing to the Knife Dance, MP3, which is a pretty good song, might I add. As Predator fires a missile and Kayla throws the knife, the missile exploding and sending the knife forward, almost hitting Rochelle, barely missing though. As Rochelle smirks, as view now shows Kayla getting into a prone position as she aims her railgun at Rochelle, while Predator distracts Rochelle. As Rochelle realizes something is wrong, and just as Kayla pulls the trigger, does a backflip, dodging the railgun beam. As Rochelle smirks and uses her powers to tilt the whole building, sending Kayla flying, she sends 2 buzzsaws. The Predator, not knowing what to do, pushes Kayla out the way, getting his head sliced off, causing Kayla to say to his headless body to stop saving her again, before she flies into the air. As the view now shows Rochelle as she hovers in the air, as Kayla fires her machine gun hand, but the bullets just bounce off Rochelle, while she smiles menacingly. As Kayla then gets kicked in the back by Rochelle, sending her into the ground. As Rochelle walks over to her, lifting up a knife with her powers. As Kayla then says, "You're always a bitch and you know that." As Rochelle says, "Shut up." As she continues to say in German, "This is for my family. This is for what you've done to them. I will avenge my mother and father." As Kayla sees Predator, but then Predator jumps onto Rochelle, stabbing her in the eye with his stinger, causing her eye to begin to melt. As Rochelle throws Predator onto Kayla, causing him to fall through the floor and land behind a tipped over table. As Kayla says, "Really? Stop." As Predator, with 3/4 of his face regenerated, says, "Kayla." As the view shows Rochelle, she says, "How cute." As the view now transitions though to Predator, who says, "Kayla." As the view now shows Rochelle as she begins to make everything in the room lift up. As it all hovers around her, she laughs. As Predator says one last time, "Kayla." She says, "Okay, your turn then." As he throws Kayla out into the open. As Kayla begins to get lifted up by Rochelle. As she says, "Predator, you son of a bitch." As she begins getting lifted into the air. As Rochelle aims like 30 knives at Kayla. But then Predator, with his head fully regenerated, flies up at her. With his hand and arm turned into a baseball bat, strikes Rochelle with it, sending her into the floor. As the view now shows Predator landing with Kayla in his arms. As Rochelle stands up groggily and prepares to use a kill code against them. But then, K2 blows a massive hole into her head with her gun, causing Rochelle to hit the ground. As Kayla says, "Really, dude? Was that necessary?" As K2 says, "What? You want me to let her kill you? Also, what, you guys are a thing now or something?" As she laughs. As Kayla says, "No, for kicking Predator in the groin." As Predator says, "Love you too." As Kayla then says, "What the heck's that?" As something teleports in between them. As the view then shows the words "meanwhile." As the view shows one of the massive walls apart protecting the complex. As super soldiers goof around, one manning a radar, one manning a marksman rifle, and another one sitting next to the massive anti-aircraft system. As the bald super soldier next to the anti-aircraft system says, what is 5,001 plus 4,000?" As the super soldier says, "Over 9,000." As they begin laughing, but the radar operator doesn't look amused as he says, "Can you guys please take this serious?" As the marksman soldier says, "What? The battle's all over there. We're fine, remember?" We don't got anything to worry about. As the super soldier rolls his eyes and goes back to looking at the radar. As the view shows the snowy valleys, but then something runs past quickly. As it leaves a red trail of energy behind it as it continues. As the radar operator says, "What the heck?" As he looks at his radar. "Guys, something fast is approaching." "What do you mean?" "I mean what I just said. Something fast is moving towards us. From the west. 90 degree, right triangle." As the super soldier turns 90 degrees to the right. What the heck is that thing? As he looks at it through his scope. Is that a black hedgehog? What are you talking about? As he then realizes where to go. As he looks down and sees the black hedgehog running straight up the massive wall. What the heck is running up the wall? How? The wall is steep enough to where nobody can run up it. How is that? As the thing flies over them and slams into the ground, knocking everyone back. As the marksman soldier reaches for a handgun, but the thing grabs him by the neck and holds him over the edge of the wall. "What are you? Who are you?" As a person says, "My name is Shadow the Hedgehog." As the words Shadow the Hedgehog appear. What? What kind of name is that? As he then drops the soldier, though, letting him hit the ground. As Shadow turns away and goes and jumps down the wall. As Shadow then begins running, as he jumps over a yellow rabbit holding a glowing weapon, and then slides past a bear holding a glowing object. As he continues running, as the bold super soldier says into a radio, "Cold pie, cold pie." As the view shows one of the sectors where the hedgehog was spotted going. Code pie, code 314. As the wall blows open and Shadow says, "Actually, it's 3.14, idiots." "What the heck are you?" As Shadow begins taking out the personnel there. "What the heck is this thing? It's taking us all out." As everyone begins panicking and running. As the view shows Shadow walking down a hallway, bodies strewn across the place. As he looks down a hallway and sees a super soldier frantically opening a panel which reads "Lockdown Hallway." As they stare at each other, not saying anything. As Shadow doesn't notice the killer soldier behind him, but it ain't no ordinary killer soldier, as it reveals the killer soldier Mark II, named Kalishnikov. As he charges at him, Shadow ducks before punching him, but the killer soldier blocks his punch. As Shadow says, "What?" As Shadow gets tossed around, sent flying, as he says "Chaos Control" before disappearing. As the killer soldier looks around, looking up to see Shadow flying straight down at him. As the killer soldier Mark II creates an energy shield, which Shadow slams into. As he pushes against it, but he managed to shatter a shield and throw the killer soldier into another killer soldier Mark II, Fujian. As he runs down the hallway, sliding under the doors, and slams the super soldier's head against the panel, opening up all the doors. As he then looks down at one of the hallways and sees the person he was looking for. Daniel G. Elliott James. As Daniel runs holding a bunch of glowing objects, he's looking down the hallway. Daniel sees two security guards next to the bunker entrance. "You can't catch me, Salo Hedgehog." As he turns back to Shadow. As he then turns back to bunker, but he sees the guards dead. What? As something strikes him in the leg. "Ow, that's cheating." As he then looks up at Shadow, who walks over to him. "Well, please, man, I'm sorry, okay? I'm too rich and beautiful to die, okay?" As Shadow walks over. Before he can do anything, though, he hears the sound of Rochelle being knocked to the ground. As he looks at Daniel, and then up where Rochelle was. As Shadow, not knowing what to do, says, "I'll be back for you," and the Chaos Emeralds. It says "Chaos Control," causing him to teleport away. As Dino says, what the hell? You got talking hedgehogs now? As the view now shows, as the view now shows Shadow as he had teleported in between K2, Kayla, and Predator. As Kayla says, "Who are you?" As Shadow says nothing. As Predator says, "Well, man, we don't want any beef." As Shadow looks down at Rochelle, as he picks her up and says Chaos Control, causing him to teleport away. As Kayla says, "Well, that was fucking weird." As Kayla then shrugs. As the view now shows a massive fight as a super soldier runs and says into a radio, "Yo, we need backup, man, we're under attack." As no one responds, as an iPad man jumps onto a technical gun and open fires on a killer soldier, but the bullets ricochet and do nothing. What do we do? As the view shows someone watching over. As the view pans up to reveal Freddy, as he doesn't say anything into the radio. As he says, "Well, this ain't good." As he then says, "Bippity boppity bippity bee," as he teleports, making his way down to the fight. As he teleports, slamming into a killer soldier, crushing their core in the process. As the others charge at him and says, "Bippity boppity bippity bee, turn you into a ghost." As the guy says, "Wait, what?" As he gets turned into a ghost. As he then says, "Bippity boppity bippity bee, turn you into a goose." As another one gets turned into a goose. As another one charges at him, but Freddy's fist glows white and he punches him, crushing his head in the process. As another killer soldier runs up at him, as Freddy says, "Bippity boppity bippity bee, send you to Detroit." As the killer soldier says, "That's not that bad." As Freddy says, "Oh no, that part of Detroit. No, I just got a new iPhone." As he then gets teleported. As a killer soldier jumps on the Freddy dough. As he begins laughing. As there repairs that kill him, but then it gets sliced in half by a blue weapon. As Freddy says, "Spring Bonnie?" As Spring Bonnie says, "Hold this for me," throwing him a can of beer. As he then reveals a lightsaber. As Freddy says, "Where the hell did you get that from?" As Spring Bonnie says, "You'd be surprised where you can get these things at." As he then charges it, more killer soldiers slicing them in half. As he says, "Just reminds me of the entities. You guys are just as easy as the entities to kill." As bullets fly past him, as he ducks. "Miss me." As he then gets grabbed and tossed. As Freddy hears something and someone says, "Hey Freddy, I could use some help." As he reveals Lolbit, who punched a killer soldier and Freddy finishes it off. As Lolbit says, "Thanks, man. Thanks for the help." As Freddy says, "No problem, man." As massive explosions go off, though. As Spring Bonnie backs up, but watches as a cup of tea hits a killer soldier in the head. As the killer soldier says, "My visor, my visor!" As a battle axe and hits him in the head again. As Spring Bonnie says, "What?" As someone picks up the battle axe. As he says, "Hello, chaps," revealing Spring Trap. As Spring Bonnie says, "Springy boy." As the view shows Funtime Foxy, who runs over but trips. As he says, "I'm here. I'm finally here." As Lobot says, "It's fine, hun." As they all get up and stand back to back. As Funtime Freddy's best friend, joins him. As Funtime Freddy says, "After this, can we get pizza?" As Freddy says, "Don't worry, bud. We're gonna get pizza after this." As Funtime says, "Thank you." As Freddy says, "No problem." As they all stand back to back, Avengers style, as they prepare to fight off the killer soldiers. As all the killer soldiers look at them. "Okay, boys, let's kill them." As Freddy says, "Okay, guys, let's kill these fazzholes." As Freddy smirks. As the view then goes dark. As the view transitions to another fight. As the view shows Reginald looking at drinking coffee and texting on his phone. As View reveals he wasn't texting, was looking up a song, Bye 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 by NSYNC. As he begins playing and nodding his head to the beat. As he begins fighting to the beat, slicing killer soldiers in half. As a killer soldier runs at him, and Reginald literally turns him to gold by grabbing onto his head. As he drops the golden killer soldier, before turning to more of them, as they all aim weapons, and Reginald throws one of his orange katanas, slicing him in half. As he ducks, dodging a missile and slicer-dicer strike. As he throws his other katana, hitting another killer soldier in the head. As one runs up behind him, but Reginald grabs him and simply turns him to gold with a touch of his finger. As Reginald turns to the others, who begin to smirk at him, ready to kill Reginald. As Reginald says in Chinese, "Come at me. Reginaldo de come at me da no da freda." What if Reginald speaks a bunch of random languages mixed together, so. As they charge at him, as the view now shows Bogdan. As the view shows Bogdan as he looks at a bunch of killer soldiers throwing both his purple battle axes. As Bogdan ducks and dodges another strike before punching a killer soldier into another one, creating an explosion. As Bogdan then shrugs, as the killer soldier flies over towards him and fires off 2 missiles. Target spotted, opening fire, as the missiles strike Bogdan, as the killer soldier hovers in the air, but then 2 tornadoes appear and rip the killer soldier in half. As Bogdan walks out and uses the blood of the killer soldier to paint his face with battle marks. As the other killer soldiers charge at him, as he summons lightning striking one, lava melting another, and vines which rip another one into shreds slowly and painfully. As Bogdan laughs while doing this. As the view now shows the killer soldiers that were originally going to go after Bogdan, but instead opt to go after probably the most easiest target, William. As they surround William, "We got you surrounded, old man."
Oh, I guess you never heard the saying, respect your elders.
As William slams his white bow staff into the ground. As it creates, as we now shows 10 clones of William, which stand at his side. As they all look surprised, and William says,
"Eeny, meeny, miny, mo."
As he points his bow staff at the killer soldier who said that rude comment. As the view now reveals William has completely taken over that killer soldier. As William now takes control of the killer soldier, and him and his clones brutally massacre the other killer soldiers. As the view shows the aftermath, where William sits on a pile of bodies, while the killer soldier who made that rude comment sits there on his knees with his hands up.
Now that was fun. Now give me more coffee, shithead.
As the killer soldier runs off, saying, "Yes, master."
I love this.
As the view pans up to the sky, as the view reveals the in-between realm where the narrator watches. What a beautiful day. The sun is out, the sky is shining, and you're going to die. As the view shows the creator, a shadowy figure with a shadowy past. Creator, good to see you, my gal. Now, how's it been? Oh, cut the crap, narrator. You want to kill me, and I want to kill you, and you know that. We really gotta rush into that? It's already tea time. Oh, fuck your tea time. You know better than me that you want to kill me. How'd you know? Because you are a psychopathic killer of a god. We have to do this. We all know who's gonna win. As the creator pulls out her dual green swords, and the narrator pulls out a single big blue sword. Well then, if it's a fight you want, then it's a fight you're gonna get, bitch. as the creator charges at him, going into her alternate form based off a wolf. As she strikes him for her claws, damaging his glasses. Okay, that hurt. As the narrator charges at her, sending out plumes of blue energy. As the creator dodges them, but the narrator punches her, sending her into the air. As he begins sending more balls of energy, which miss. Stop moving! As the creator smirks and strikes him hard. As the narrator slams into a wall in his own home. As the creator opens a portal underneath him before jumping through herself. As they land in the Arctic world where the facility is. Okay, now that actually hurt. As the narrator begins to glitch as he goes into his alternate form. As he becomes taller and his glasses shatter, revealing his twisted, bloodshot eyes. As his mask fades away, revealing his massive, sharp teeth in the form of a smile similar to that of Alistair the Radio Demon, and a massive devil horn sprout out of his hat. Now, as he turns his sword into a pitchfork, where were we? As the creator smirks, as she charges at him, now having a halo and angel wings. As they fight, the narrator using his pitchfork and the creator using a mix of a Bible and a cross. You can't win and you know it! As the creator says, that's where you're wrong. Because unlike you, I am not a monster. As if. As he strikes her hard, as they both have 2 hearts, and the creator goes in for the kill, followed by the narrator, as they both strike each other at once, as they both die at the same time, as they then both say at the same time, "This is your freaking fault," as they both fade away. As the view goes dark and shows Leon as he watches over everything. Hello, Father. As the view goes dark, the words "to be continue" appear.